Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 5th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far. Everybody had a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the tropics in the lower 48 this time. We're going to start off in the tropics over here in the eastern Pacific. You can see Hurricane Kikai continue to pull away from the region. Going to be heading toward the Hawaiian chain island. Got some scattered activity here in the near the Mexican coast, back towards Central America. You can see some down across Central America as well, into South America, even toward the southeastern Caribbean Sea as well. Got some scattered activity trying to flare up in the Caribbean Sea also. Right now there's a lot of dry air and Saharan dust kind of in the Caribbean Sea, kind of preventing these systems to kind of develop. The Invest 91L is kind of dwindling in intensity. This here may fall apart before it even gets to the Leeward Islands. There's something we thought it was going to be a little stronger. The model still keeps it to the west into the Caribbean Sea, where conditions right now are still unfavorable for development right now in the Caribbean Sea. So if it and right now it's just moving so slowly at about 10 miles an hour to the west, so it's not moving very fast across the Atlantic. Got a little system here, but nothing to write home about. You can see a cold front stretching from the north central tropical Atlantic down into the eastern Gulf. Got more activity across Mexico, stretching over here from Washington State to Nevada, all the way from Texas, all the way over towards the Carolinas, also towards the Ohio River Valley as well. A little bit of activity across South Canada around the Great Lakes region. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the tropics. But if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some mixed precipitation over here in Colorado. Some severe weather from just around the Maryland area toward Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, southern portion of New York State. We got thunderstorms and showers from New Brunswick to Maine, over toward Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Michigan, to Wisconsin, through portions of the eastern Dakotas, also down into portion of Pennsylvania to the Carolinas, Florida Keys, much of the Gulf, Atlantic coastal waters, from Maine all the way to the east coast of Florida. Then we got more thunderstorms and showers from Alabama to Texas to New Mexico to southern California, the Baja region of California, the northern areas, northern Mexico, stretching up to Washington, Oregon State, Idaho, and also portion of Utah as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, here's your Sunday outlook. We got some mixed precipitation over here in portion of Colorado, but then we got thunderstorms and showers from Oregon to Washington State to Montana to Utah to New Mexico to Arizona to Texas to Oklahoma. Also been to portion of Nebraska, also northern areas of New Mexico State, also in the central and northern Gulf, over toward the Florida Keys, the Big Bend area of Florida, and also over towards the Panhandle of Florida as well, stretching through Georgia, the Carolinas, to Delaware, to Maine, to New Brunswick, Atlantic coastal waters, also stretching into Michigan region, also toward Lake Superior, Lake Erie, also over to Ottawa and Toronto, Canada areas as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map. You're located across the nation, and it's going to look something like this here. We got severe thunderstorm warnings and watches stretching from portion of West Virginia to Kentucky to Tennessee to northeastern areas of Mississippi, northwestern Alabama. We got some coastal flood advisory up around New Jersey, Delaware. Beach hazard statements from New York State to Michigan region as well. We got some frost advisories up here in areas of Minnesota and also to the Dakotas and Wyoming. Even got some freeze watches in North Dakota also, or freeze warning, excuse me, in that area. Even got air quality alerts in portions of northern Colorado through central and western areas of Wyoming, western Montana, northern areas of Idaho, much of Washington State, portions of areas of Oregon State. Even got some red flag warnings there as well, stretching into northern California. Got some special weather statements, flash flood warnings, and flood advisories over southern Nevada, southern California, flood watches over central areas of New Mexico. Alrighty, we got small craft advisory stretching from Maine all the way down toward the New Jersey area, southern California, also around the Alaska region. Got some flood watches in Alaska and coastal flood statements for the Hawaiian chain island. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center Outlook. This is for your Saturday. And it should be coming up here in just a few minutes. Here we go. We got a marginal risk stretching from central Maine all the way to portions of northwestern South Carolina, back into the Atlanta metro area. Columbia, South Carolina, you're on the borderline of that marginal risk. We have a slight risk stretching from Portland, Maine, all the way down towards just north of Baltimore and Washington, D.C. area. Alright, we got a general thunderstorm for the remainder of Maine to the Gulf Coast states, to Louisiana, to the Florida Keys, Texas, all the way over toward Washington, Oregon State, and also portions of Southern California, and that is stretching over into Arizona and New Mexico regions also. The tornado probability is going to look like this. 2% up here from Philadelphia to Portland, Maine. Damaging winds. 5% from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to central Maine. 15% from Philadelphia up to Portland. Large hail going to look like this. 5% for western South Carolina, all the way up to just south of Portland, Maine. Alright, and now let's take a look at day number 3. And it's going to look something like this. We're just going to have general thunderstorm from up here around Virginia Beach to Columbia, South Carolina, to Miami, Florida, to New Orleans, Louisiana, Brownsville, Texas, to El Paso, Texas, all the way over towards Spokane, Washington, and Medford, Oregon. So that's just general thunderstorm, but cannot rule out a severe thunderstorm anywhere in that general thunderstorm area, outline area as well. So, alrighty, now let's move on to the tropics, and we're going to take a look at that system. Like I say, it's starting to begin to dwindle down some. Now, you remember last night it was red. Also, they had it further into the Caribbean Sea. Now, this is Invest 91L still. Showers and thunderstorm activity remain limited and associated with a tropical wave over the central tropical Atlantic. A drier air mass is limiting the potential for development over the next couple of days, and environmental conditions will remain only marginally favorable thereafter. A tropical depression could form during the early to middle part of next week as the system moves westward at around 10 miles per hour across the central tropical Atlantic. This system is likely to be near the Lesser Antilles by the middle to latter part of next week. In interest, there should monitor the progress of this system. Formation chance through 48 hours now has dropped down to a low percent of 30%. Formation chance through 7 days now has dropped down to a medium chance 60%. So, alrighty, so it is beginning to dwindle. So, and the more dry air comes into that system, it'll be completely gone probably before it even gets to the Windward and Leeward Islands. Maybe just a remnant tropical wave. So, alrighty, well, we'll keep you up to date, see what happens with it. But right now, it looks like it's going to continue to fall apart. Remainder of the tropics looks quiet at this time, and we may go into a quiet period for a while before maybe something ramps up again toward mid to late month. But right now, we're just going to continue to monitor that one. But if it falls apart, we'll be smooth sailing for a while. So hopefully it'll fall apart. That way we won't have to worry about tracking no more tropical system for a little while. So, but anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. We'll catch you back in the next one. So have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.